Headlines for this week include the upcoming Chili Challenge, the possible ROTC program revisions, and an award-winning comedian is coming to campus. Stay tuned. WMCM's Week in Review is next.
Hello and thanks for watching this week's I'm WMCM's Week in Review. I'm Emily Marotz.
And I'm Callie Frank. 15 different campus organizations will gather this Saturday, November 16th, to compete in the second annual Coulee Region Chili Challenge. The Vanguard's Broadcast Club and Lambda Pi Eta are a few that will enter their chili into the contest this year. Admission to the event is $5 at the door, which will grant you the ability to taste and judge the chilies entered in the contest, as well as a raffle ticket to win a Samsung Galaxy tablet. All proceeds from the Chili Challenge will benefit the Coulee Region Humane Society. The event will be held at the Eagle's Nest from 5:30 to 7:30 in the evening, with a raffle drawing and the crowning of the Chili Challenge champion to be held at 7.
UWL's Eagle Battalion will not be shutting down as previously thought. The U.S. Army has revised its decision in shutting down the ROTC program last Friday, according to Chancellor Gao. Instead of ending the program, the Army will put the battalion on a 2-year probation period to reevaluate its original decision. UWL officials are still waiting to hear what steps will be necessary to save the program, but are confident that UWL will meet the Army's expectations and will continue to produce excellent leadership for our country's military. Many underclassmen that had joined ROTC were already planning on transferring due to the elimination of the program, but with the new extension in place, they do not have to worry about leaving the campus that they have come to love and are excited to see what is to come in the future. Now here's Sarah Erickson to talk to us about what's going on around campus.
Thanks, Emily. With the semester coming to a close, students all around are looking for ways to de-stress. Lucky for us, award-winning comedian Adam Mamawala will be performing as part of the Campus Activities Board, also known as CAB. Originally from Hoboken, New Jersey, Mamawala was recently named one of Fun Your Die's top 30 under 30 comedians to watch. Prior to this, he was also the winner of the 2007 New Jersey Comedy Festival, which is known for finding the funniest college comedians in the state. Described as funny, personable, and quick off his feet, Mamawala is sure to knock your socks off. Admission to this event is free for anybody who is looking for a hearty laugh, so don't miss Adam Mamawala Thursday, November 21st in the cellar of the Cartwright Center. For all of the bookworms out there, I have some great news for you. Murphy Library has set the date of their annual fall book sale. Starting on Wednesday, November 20th and running through Friday, November 22nd, the library will be selling books in room 270 of Murphy. There are specials taking place throughout the sale, with Thursday featuring a bag full of books, only for $5 from noon until 3 in the afternoon. And on Friday, all remaining books will be free. But keep in mind that all proceeds from this sale go directly towards the Murphy Staff Development Fund. So don't forget to support your university staff and stock up on your reads for the season. After all, you're going to need something to do over J-term. And who knows, maybe you can even find a unique Christmas present for that difficult person to shop for on your gift list. Now back to you, Emily.
Thanks, Sarah. This week, we sent out the WMCM crew to check out the amazing student artwork recently displayed on campus in Murphy's Mug. Here's Alyssa Kirchen and Grayson Sewell with more on the exhibit.
Library and UWL Art Department have been teaming up to bring an ongoing art exhibit known as Art in the Mug. This exhibit features artwork from students, faculty, and staff here at UWL. We decided to come to the exhibit and see some of the artwork, as well as talk to Professor Terpstra and a few of the artists about the exhibit.
Students created works using multiple outlets as inspiration.
Well, there's a tremendous variety. The work would include landscape, would also include portraiture, and some abstract work too.
Students were allowed to choose their own theme for this exhibit.
I allowed the students to self-select, but then I guided them in terms of, sort of talking together about what we considered to be the strongest work, and ultimately the students made the decision. I also assisted them with presentation, so matting and framing.
We talked to some of the artists about their own inspirations.
I like natural elements. Like when I go on vacations, I'll end up going to the seashore, walking through the woods versus going into the cities.
Well, recently I've been working on more environmental art, and with the buildings, I'm working with the idea that as society we keep building and building and building, and what are the effects on the natural environment.
The exhibit runs until November 16th. Be sure to come down to Murphy's Mug to check out the exceptional student artwork before it gets taken down. For WMCM, I'm Grayson Sewell, Alyssa Kirchin, and Luke Parsi.
Professor Victor Macias Gonzalez was named Wisconsin's Professor of the Year. Macias Gonzalez, who has been teaching at the university since 2000, is a professor of Latin American history and women's gender and sexuality studies. Macias Gonzalez attributes his academic success to the support he had early from his parents, teachers, and mentors who showed him that teachers can make a difference. He says being able to encourage young people to pursue a life of study and learning does not pay much, but is very rewarding. Macias Gonzalez will receive his award today in Washington, D.C. from the Carnegie Foundation for Advancement of Teaching. Many pets in need of loving homes. Here's some of the amazing animals available in this week's edition of Perfect Pets.
Meet Autumn. She's a loving 4-month-old kitty that loves attention and long road trips. Here's Chucky. This 4-month-old kitten is one big ball of energy and is waiting for a place to call his own. Need a new neighbor? Meet Rogers. He's a 2-year-old cat that loves attention and is very gentle. And meet Braden. This cute 14-week-old kitten loves to play, explore, and play.
To find out more about adoption for these pets or others, contact...
Why'd they kill it?
Again, the phone number for the Coulee Region Humane Society is 781-4014. A special tribute to our community's veterans will be happening during the Pack the Vet for the Vets event this Saturday at Roger Herring Stadium at the Veterans Memorial Field Sports Complex. The event will take place before and during the game against UW-Eau Claire. The event kicks off at 8:30 with tailgating and pregame events, including a special recognition video for veterans by UW alumnus and football player Jason Church, a presentation by the ROTC Color Guard, a 3-volley arm salute, and a veteran presentation of the game ball from a Humvee. Local veterans can receive 2 free tickets through vouchers from local businesses prior to the game. Locations where the vouchers are available can be found at uwlathletics.com/veterans.
UWL is a top producer in the nation when it comes to producing scholars in the Fulbright program. The Fulbright program is the U.S.'s government's flagship international exchange program. Since its establishment in 1946, it has provided more than 300,000 participants the opportunity to study, conduct research, and share international concerns. The university was listed among the 80 universities who had the highest number of Fulbright grants this year for faculty, administrators, and professionals. UWL was among 24 master-level institutions with 2 Fulbright Awards distributed this year in faculty. Recipients of this award are selected based on the academic or professional achievements as well as leadership. This week, WMCM is trying out a new segment in which we like to get to know some of our athletes here on campus. Zach Hansen and Seth McNitt recently caught up with a member of our Eagles tennis team. Let's take a look.
Howdy, I'm Seth McNitt, and this is Sports Minute. We're here today at Mitchell Hall. We're going to be talking to Kevin McMillan, UWL's former #1 tennis player, with some rapid-fire questions. Hey, Kevin, thanks for joining us. So, where is your hometown, and what's something unique about it?
Richmond, Virginia is my hometown. I guess it's pretty historic. It's the capital of the Confederacy.
What is the hardest aspect of playing tennis, would you say?
I would say the mental aspect is the hardest aspect of it. You're all out, you're out there by yourself. You don't have your team to help you.
Makes sense.
So yeah, I guess not having a team around you to support you, it's all on your own shoulders to make the win happen. So
if the world tomorrow were all of a sudden made of marshmallows, what would be your evacuation plan?
If the world were made of marshmallows, I don't know. I'd probably have to find some more.
If you could be anybody else, who would it be?
Man, I would probably have to be, I don't know, Alec Baldwin. He has it going for himself pretty well.
He does have it going pretty well for himself. If you could play tennis anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Anywhere but here.
All right, that's been Rapid Fire with Kevin McMillan. Thanks for joining us on Sports Minute. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks, guys. This week, one local student will be providing an inside look at the life of an average college student. Casey Kalinsky, a marketing major, will be featured on the UW Powers Me account on Twitter from November 11th to the 17th. The account is used to highlight UWL's contributions to the UW system. Participants post tweets on what makes life on campus special and allows students, faculty, and administrators to take an opportunity to tell their own unique UW story. The account is a part of the social media branch of Knowledge Powers Wisconsin, a campaign that is set to highlight how the UW system as a whole powers economic growth in Wisconsin, improves our state's competitive edge, and supports local businesses and strengthens local communities. Each week, the WMCM crew goes out and talks to your fellow peers in a segment we like to call Campus Insight. This week, they ask students what they are most thankful for.
Good afternoon, UWL. I'm Jordan Neumann.
I'm Sam Smith.
In honor of the Thanksgiving holiday, we're patrolling the streets to ask students
what they're most thankful for and why.
We're going to have some fun this week. Let's get to it.
I am most thankful for family and friends. School can get tough and stressful, and it's nice to have family to support you.
Thankful that I'm able to go to school and get an education, and I'm thankful for my family that gave me all these things.
And what are you thankful for, Rachel?
I'm thankful for my family because they're always there to support me in my passions.
Most thankful for my friends because when life gets hard, having your friends makes everything easier.
I'm thankful for the Green Bay Packers and for pumpkin pie.
Being able to wake up every day and have a blast living life.
This is Jordan Lumen.
And Sam Smith with this week's edition of Campus Insight.
Back to the studio. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanks, guys. Look for the WMCM crew around campus for a chance to have your opinion heard on next week's Campus Insight. And now here's Nick Ragner with a review of the movie Titanic.
Thanks, Callie. Love, tragedy, broken in half ships. The 1997 blockbuster mega film Titanic contains all of these elements and more. Now, this movie is no deep-cut gem stashed away in some hipster's DVD bookcase. It was awarded countless awards and grossed just about more money than any other movie in the history of cinema. Our story unfolds as a young and very wealthy lady named Rose, played by Kate Winslet, goes on a large ship for a fun vacation time. She ends up meeting a peasant boy named Jack, played by Leo himself, who draws naked people for a living. Now, before I give too much info away and sink this running ship, let's take a look at the trailer.
Titanic was called the ship of dreams. And it was. It really was.
All right, open your eyes.
We go full ahead. Put your backs into it.
Got everything I need right here with me. I figure life's a gift, and I don't intend on wasting it. You never know what hand you're gonna get dealt next. You learn to take life as it comes at you.
When this ship docks, I'm getting off with you.
Now let go of my hand! I'll never let go.
Wow, what a crazy awesome trailer. Am I right, guys? Yeah. Too bad it was extremely deceiving. This movie has one of the worst plots I have ever seen and had the displeasure of viewing. Also, what's up with the selfishness of Rose? You hang out on that door all by your lonesome only to let the love of your life and possibly the greatest looking man of all time drown in ice cold water? That's no way to go. And what about Rose just dropping that ever searched for heart of the ocean into the depths of the actual ocean only to be never seen again? Quite a Jezebel if you ask me. Based on the terrible ending and poor plot, I give this movie 2 big thumbs down. Stay tuned to WMCM's Week in Review. Tyler Jenson will be back with this weekend's forecast.
Each year, more and more loving animals are in need of a caring home. On Saturday, November 23rd, you have the opportunity to make a difference. Tune in to KQEG from 7 to 10 p.m. as they host the 15th Annual Coulee Region Humane Society Telethon. With your kind donations, you can help these animals.
And we got the weather here for you today. Tonight we got a low of 34 degrees under mostly cloudy skies, and we're going to bring that into tomorrow, which Friday. Start the weekend off. We got a high of 47. To start your weekend off nice. It's got partly cloudy. If you're out and about in the town, it's no rain jackets needed for tomorrow. But if we bring it into Saturday, we got a little Alberta Clipper system coming through, and it's going to be cloudy and rainy with a low of 36. So if you're out a little later, you might want to bring some rain gear with. So bring it into Saturday. That rain is persistent, cloudy and rainy. With a high of 54, so not too bad with our temperatures. And as we bring that into Sunday, to end our weekend off, Sunday night we got a low of 48, and that drizzle still continues through the weekend. So it's going to be a little wet, and you're going to need your rain gear this weekend. So now we're going to bring it over to Troy, and we have got a fan in more than one way, and you'll see it as Troy brings us more with this week's telethon.
Thank you, Tyler. Today we have Kelsey McLaren here, a special events coordinator for the Turkey Trot. And I was just wondering, when and where is the Turkey Trot?
The Turkey Trot is next Saturday, November 23rd at 9 a.m. and it starts right outside the rec.
Okay, and how many people have signed up this year so far?
So far we have 1,386 people.
Okay, and what is that like compared to previous years?
It's not that much yet. We still got after Friday our early bird specials end, and then we have a week left of registration. We're hoping to hit more than 2,500 participants.
And I'm guessing more people sign up, or you kind of get a wave of people signing up the closer you get to the Turkey Trot.
Yep, we have a steady increase in sign-ups as we get closer.
Okay, and how can people sign up for the Turkey Trot?
Sign-up's really easy. It's online. It is on the UWL website. If you just search Turkey Trot, you just go to the website, push the register here button. Everything's online. You can pay for it online. If you don't want to register online, you can go into the rec and sign up at the info counter.
Okay, and how much are you guys expecting to raise this year compared to how much you've raised in the past?
On average, we get about $15,000 in proceeds, but every year we're trying to be bigger and better, so we're hoping to get more participants, increase our proceeds for this year.
And what does this money go towards?
Our proceeds are split 3 ways. Our community beneficiary this year is the Eco Park down by the marsh. And then on campus, we give some money to our multicultural student scholarship. And then the rec department gets some of the proceeds back also.
Okay, and how long have you been a part of the Turkey Trot?
This is my 2nd year working for the Turkey Trot. Last year I worked with all the volunteers, and this year I'm helping with the junior gobbler races at the end of the race with all the little kids.
Okay, and what have you noticed any differences between last year and this year?
The biggest difference this year from last year is we're pushing way more people online to sign up. It's easier, it reduces human error in any sign-up registration process. So that's the biggest push, is we have a lot less handwritten registrations.
Okay, and why have the turkey trot? What does it do for our community?
I think the turkey trot offers a great opportunity for community members to get out and celebrate Thanksgiving actively.
Okay, and have you noticed anything anything from the participants, like increased energy once the race starts and whatnot?
I think people get more excited as it gets closer.
Have you ever partaken in the race?
I have not.
And why is that?
I just work for it, so I'm not allowed to run.
Okay. Well, that's about all the time we have now. So stay tuned. Nick Rytilahti will be right back with us. But before we go to him, let's take another look at those adorable animals in need of loving homes on this week's edition of Perfect Pets.
Meet Autumn. She's a loving 4-month-old kitty that loves attention and long road trips. Here's Chucky. This 4-month-old kitten is one big ball of energy and is waiting for a place to call his own. Need a new neighbor? Meet Rogers. He's a 2-year-old cat that loves attention and is very gentle. And meet Brayden. This cute 14-week-old kitten loves to play, explore, and play.
To find out more about adoption for these pets or others, contact the Cooley Region Humane Society at 781-4014.
781-4014, dial the number and make pet adoption your reality today. And don't forget, WMCM brings you the 15th annual Cooley Region Humane Society Telethon, Saturday, November 23rd from 7 to 10 p.m. on KQEG Channel 5. With that, we welcome you back in. My name is Nick Rytilahti with your sports report, and we begin today on the gridiron. It is safe to say that the Eagles have endured a roller coaster of a season in 2013. After 4 straight losses to begin the year and a change at quarterback, UWL rallied together and found some rhythm en route to 3 consecutive victories over conference opponents. Last Saturday marked an opportunity for the Eagles to guarantee a winning conference record and end a 4-game losing streak to the Platteville Pioneers. A trip to Davis Pioneer Stadium is always nostalgic for Eagles head coach Joe Detweiler, a former Pioneers defensive back and assistant coach. But the homecoming did not end well for the coach and his Eagles. The nationally ranked Pioneers found themselves leading by just 3 points entering the fourth quarter, but were able to churn out a 20-10 victory. UWL shut down the high-octane aerial assault of the Pioneers, whose offense came in averaging nearly 350 passing yards and 42 points per game. Instead, Platteville put the load on the running game, and junior Andy Puccini answered the bell, carrying 31 times for 221 yards. Puccini also scored a touchdown and was the first Platteville running back to amass 200 yards in a game since 2006. The Eagles' offense struggled against a veteran defensive front and could not produce any sustained drives. Platteville dominated time of possession and wore out the Eagles' defense that was on the field for the entire afternoon. Ben Hertramp was the one offensive highlight for the Eagles, gaining 81 yards on only 12 carries. Quarterback Trent Cummings threw for 104 yards before leaving the game with an injury late in the fourth quarter. The Pioneers will take on Oshkosh this Saturday in a game that will likely determine which team earns an at-large bid to the NCAA Division III playoffs. The Eagles slipped to 3-6 and will finish the season at home this Saturday against Eau Claire. Meanwhile, both the men's and women's cross-country squads are preparing for a trip to Rock Island, Illinois this weekend for the NCAA Division III Midwest Regional. Both teams expect success coming off a dominant first-place performance at the conference championships back on November 2nd. The men placed 4 runners in the top 11 in the conference meet, while the women saw 4 competitors finish in the top 10. Laura Mead captured the accolades as the individual WEAC women's champion. The individual title was the first for Eagle women's cross country since Julia Rudd captured the title in 2005. Several Eagles look to contend for the NCAA championships this weekend at the Sauckie Golf Course. The competition begins at 11 in the morning. And with the fall season wrapping up, we shift our attention to the winter slate. And a focus today is on Eagle women's basketball.
The WEAC is a tough conference once again, and the goal will be trying to unseat defending champion UW-Whitewater. The Eagles returned 3 starters from last year's squad and will be under the leadership of Coach Lois Herron. Despite this being her 15th season, Coach still has some new tricks up her sleeve.
But we're trying to run a little bit more up-tempo on the offensive end. We're trying to push the ball a little bit more, as well as defensively try to do a little bit more pressure full court.
3 seniors who missed all of last season will be joining that up-tempo attack. They missed last year due to major injuries. The returning players should make UWL a sleeping giant in the WEAC despite missing time. Senior forward Katie Elin expresses that team chemistry is an all-time high.
We all worked hard together, and that's what's so special about this group is that it's, our success is going to be as one and not just individual success. So those that are coming back off of injury, it's been a group effort. So.
And the Eagles tip off this Saturday at 7 p.m. in Winona against St. Mary's. That's all for this week in sports. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Nick. Good wrap up for the fall season in sports.
Yeah, it was a strong season for the fall sports. The football team really looked rough early on, but rallied together. And with a victory, they'll still be able to try to ensure a winning record in the WEAC conference, a very difficult conference, of course, when you consider Whitewater and Oshkosh and Platteville. And Platteville and Oshkosh set for a big matchup coming up this weekend.
Yeah.
And don't forget to pack Veterans Memorial Stadium this Saturday, the Packed Events event. Final home game and a final game for a few seniors, including Andrew Herman, offensive lineman, who has played 34 games in his career for the Eagles.
Has there been any word on who will be the starting quarterback this Saturday?
There's no injury updates. Coaches usually keep that pretty close to the vest, but it looks as if Andy Sayers may be getting the go.
Start again?
Yeah, a rib injury to Clemens, so it's tough to come back from that as a quarterback. But we talk about the sports scene. You guys also have a telethon to raise money for, and something going on this weekend.
Yeah, this weekend we had the chili cook-off going on at the Eagles Nest. A lot of great organizations from around the UWL campus, like I said earlier, the Vanguards, Broadcast Club, folks from WMCM, all over. Some teachers from the area will be joining us at the Eagles Nest, 5:30. Come on in, $5, taste some chili, hang out with your friends, and it should be a good time. You can win some cool prizes. The Samsung Galaxy is up for grabs, and hey, what student doesn't need that, right?
I don't even know what a Samsung Galaxy is. Smartphone, right?
Tablet.
Boom, need a smartphone.
Go up and grab some tickets. There you go. You got yourself a nice $300 prize.
It should be a good time, and I believe I'm a late entry representing the Sports Management Association. I'm going to make a mean chili. Just don't worry. And don't forget, that's coming up this weekend. Next Saturday, we mentioned it when we were leading into sports, November 23rd from 7 to 10 p.m. on this station, as well as KQEG. Rick Wilson and myself will be hosting the 15th annual Cooley Region Humane Society Telethon. Watch it live or set the DVR.
All right, thank you very much. Well, we want to thank you for watching WMCM's Week in Review. Make sure to join us next week, Thursday, at 4:30, right here on Campus Channel 6, Charter Channel 96, and Digital Channel 989. Have a good weekend.